All right, so my friend just sent me this new video, Skycrab's RSG PB. We're gonna check it out together, compare the differences, see what is new in RSG compared to ranked. I have a little bit of knowledge about it, but I've never actually done an RSG run myself. And I can tell you why throughout the video, but make sure we're showing Skycrab some love here. Like the video, I'll leave it down below if you guys want to go support, which I highly recommend you do. But without further ado, let's get into it. The main difference between RSG is that a lot of runners start with this wall where they generate a bunch of worlds at once because you're not promised a good seed, so you have to go looking for one. Now, because of this, I think a lot of people go for BT because it's super simple. You just spin in a circle, you kind of look for a spike, and that kind of not guarantees a good world, but it guarantees a good start, at least with the BT. At least you have some sort of structure nearby that's super quick. So that's my understanding. A lot of RSG PBs or runs are resets unless you get like a buried treasure or maybe even a ruin portal, but most of the ones I've seen are BT.
Well, I was not gonna queue anyway like today, but I still did because...
So he wasn't going to queue, but he gets a PB. But we found the BT, we crank up the render distance. It's looking like a pretty good BT. We got a lot of iron, a little bit of gold, TNT, and some food. So it looks good. We make the iron pressure plate.
I'm not getting 11 here.
Okay, so not getting 11, he says. So he wants 11 wood. But this iron pressure plate, a lot of the time, they'll use gold or iron to make a pressure plate to detonate the TNT first. And you can see him breaking the gravel while he's waiting for that. That's just great overlap, which, I mean, that's not unique to RSG, but it's just something a lot of good runners do. Because he's got excess iron anyway, so why not do it? But the TNT gets you a lot of blocks, gets you your wood while you're doing all of that.
Dude, what?
I guess he's not too happy with his crafting there.
What is happening?
Maybe it's first game of the day or something, but yeah, so he goes for 2 more wood here, which, I mean, I guess you need 11 because he only has 17 here, so this is only enough for 5 explosives at the moment. I guess he wants to confirm it by getting a little bit more wood just for that extra explo if he needs it. But anyways, we use a little bit of time to get that extra wood and we're off. So he uses the pressure plate. A lot of people use a door for this, but the joy of the pressure plate is he's not going to need it again. So you don't have to waste that extra second breaking the block to get your door back. You can just send it. So it's 2x1, 1 deep here, which for me would be a problem. For people like Skycrab, no problem at all. And then he has to do this where, if you haven't seen this before, it is really common. People will offhand the gravel and then use the shovel. And you can just kind of keep right clicking while you're like mining the gravel and try to get flint super quickly because you keep picking up the gravel, right? So we get our flint and steel and we're entering the nether at 1:22, it seems. So this is something that a lot of runners will do in RSG. So with your RTA time, in ranked mode, you're kind of competing against someone, so the timer goes up no matter what, right? But in RSG, they'll pause while it generates the entities, and it gives them a second to look at the entity count in the direction they're facing, but your in-game time won't go up, which is like a pretty unique thing to RSG as far as I'm aware. But yeah, that's just a way they save a few seconds while it's all generating, or more so that you can look at the entity count to see if you're looking in the direction of the Bastion.
It's like a stable or a treasure.
So yeah, he can tell just by the entity count that it's a stable or a treasure, which I assume just spawns more entities. I have heard something.
Another stack with dirt.
Another stack of dirt. So he's worried about like actually naviging through here. And it's a warped forest, so I hate warped forests because they can spawn the Enderman as well. It makes it a little hard to like navigate. He can tell it's an entity distance, the experience is showing, or he can tell it's a stables, the experience is showing. Entity distance, man, what am I on? So we loot this single and then we go right for a gap. Okay, so we're ignoring any of the ramparts, we're just going right for a gap. Now, something I'll mention here is that in ranked mode, on Stables Bastion specifically, you're guaranteed a good gap. So because that top wasn't a good gap, where he is now is guaranteed a good gap in ranked mode. In RSG, as far as I'm aware, that's not true. It doesn't guarantee you a good gap. So the run could end right now. Obviously it doesn't because it's his PB, but But yeah, this could be a bad gap right now in RSG mode, so. But we get somewhat lucky. We start getting the pigs together in the hole. 3 pigs. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. So this gold down here, what you can do, you can see he has a TNT here, right? People have discovered that you can use that TNT to mine the gold pretty quickly while you're getting the upstairs gold or the backup gold, whatever you want to call it. But I assume he's saving this in case he needs it to blaze bed, because he doesn't know how many explosives he's going to get. So saving it for that is probably a lot smarter of a decision. Otherwise, you're only saving a few seconds mining this gold anyways, and he's low on pigs, so he needs to wait for the trades to complete regardless, right? But yeah, I assume that's why he didn't use that TNT. So it looks like we're looking for the fortress there. Interesting. We get the gold upstairs. Organize the inventory a bit. Sweet. Oh, and I didn't even realize as it was happening, but he uses this boat tech, which is, it is very, very common, but a lot of runners will use the boat to kind of get up. Wait, it's back here, sorry. A lot of runners, instead of pillaring up to there, will use this boat. And it's just a lot quicker of a way to get up there without having to like mine your way back down. So that's some pretty cool tech, but we'll skip back forward. Sorry to pull you guys back to that.
Where is it? There is this. There it is, I mean.
Okay, we're popping the fire res right away.
Oops.
I'm not sure why he says whoops there. I don't know what he did wrong.
I got a pearl hang.
Pearl hanging now, okay. So for those that don't know, pearl hang, you throw the pearl, you turn the render distance down, it hangs, and when you're ready to leave, when you have enough trades, which I guess he's thinking he has enough here, you just increase the render distance and it teleports you, and that's a pearl hang. Okay, so we're throwing pearls and organizing our inventory at the same time. That's just good overlap, and that's a lot of strays right there. Holy. What is that, like 7 strays? We have 2 rods already. That's pretty good. Someone in the chat said Feinberg strays. That's funny.
Dude.
Turned on the infumed data pack. Okay. Let me log in. He's got really good strays here, though. I should probably mention, I think a lot of the time in RSG, they do play for strays on like world records or PBs, because you don't have to find the spawner, you don't have to wait for them, yada, yada, yada. You get the point, right? A lot of the time, if you're not getting strays, you're not getting a world record anyways. So you need strays like this. So that's just an aspect of like, obviously randomness. For any world record though, I guess that's not RSG exclusive. So we're gonna do our boat eye here. Prepping for it. We pillar up. That's interesting. So I've always been told don't do it on soul stand. And now you can see here he pillars up on soul sand, throws an eye. You can see right here, he throws the eye off that soul sand like while he's jumping into the corner, but then he puts the obsidian there anyways. So I'm a little confused. I've always been told not to do that. But we're measuring here. And he gets a 41%. I wonder if those two things are connected. I wonder if him throwing that eye when he did is connected. I actually don't know. But I've always been told don't throw it off the soul sand. But I don't know how important that is when you're doing boat eye. But anyways, we have to throw a second eye here. Feeling the pressure.
Well,
and we're sending it with 11 eyes. Okay.
I'm gonna go for it. For explosive 0, surely.
For explosive 0. I mean, it's a bit scary, but If anyone can do it. Okay, and we have to pearl into the lava, which is unfortunate. We're losing a lot of time to the lava because we've had to pearl into it so deep. Like, I think that was about 20 seconds we've just used to get in there. Maybe like 15 or so, but... We get our portal down. We adjust the 8 render distance so that we're prepped for our preemptive. Okay, I guess that's a spike he likes right there. We do our crafting here, okay. And we're gonna hunger reset right here. Ooh. But the water, that's unfortunate. So because the water's there, for those that don't know, in the stronghold, you can like mine one above you, set your spawn, kill yourself on the bed. If you're standing above that hole, it'll put all your items, because your items shoot from your head, it'll put all your items on top of your bed, and then when you respawn, you just run in, and it keeps it all in a nice line like this, like a normal hunger reset, but it's just unfortunate he gets the water there, because he wasted time doing it, and he could have just done it in the portal room anyways, had he known that, but there's no way he could have known that, right? Okay, we're in. And we're gonna go hit the 0. Organize it. Back diagonal. 94 height tower. And we're gonna go at 99 and send it. Okay, so he does 2 bow shots there to get the dragon low enough to hit the, like, do a lot of damage with the 2 beds. It is quite risky, but I guess he knows what he's doing. Wait, he just got hit by something as well.
Yes!
Oh, maybe it was the bed explosion that he got hit by. I thought the dragon might have swept him, like swiped him, but... Okay, he gets the 2+2 though.
It's not PB. Holy, I hit the 4 bed. Wait, it's PB!
Dang, okay. And the new PB, let's go.
7-11! Wow.
7-11. Let's go. What a fire run. Let's hear what he has to say.
How is this PB? This is crazy. Wait, this P... I'm so confused, man. What happened?
How is this PB?
I did some bad pearls to Stronghold, I think.
Pearls to Stronghold. Okay.
Yo, thank you guys.
Wow. W Skycrab. Pearls to Stronghold, he thinks, is the big problem there with that run. And you know what? I can kind of see that. Because he did, like I said, he loses a lot of time in that lava, but like, how do you avoid that, right? If we go back, there's not really anything he can do to avoid that lava, but maybe he means these starting pearls. He could have done maybe like the higher terrain or something. There's what, 4 seconds here that he kind of loses, but there's nothing really around him here, right? Like, how does he make up that time? I don't know. I don't think they were the worst pearls, but maybe from that little like island nearby, if he pearls to that and bridges over, I think maybe he thinks that's better. But the lava pool, he loses a lot, but that's just kind of unlucky. But there's a few unlucky things this run for sure. That was a huge factor of it. The water above his bed in that stronghold is pretty unlucky because he loses time to something that he probably couldn't have known about otherwise. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few unlucky things, but there's also a few very lucky things, especially for an RSG seed, right? Like, we have that good gap, which, I mean, if he got 2 bad gaps, he's not going to play it out anyways, but getting the good gap is pretty lucky. And I guess the strays are another huge portion of the run. Like, getting this many strays so close, that's insane. That's really good luck. Getting a 0, that's I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy and lucky to get this 0, a back diagonal 94. I don't think that's a very like lucky 0, but it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a buried one super high up where he had to do a side set. Like it could have been a lot more unlucky, especially for a 2+2. Because he's got to hit that 4 bed, right? So if he was buried in the end spawn, that's like, it's pretty rough to get where you have to go in time. You have to waste an extra pearl getting through it. So like maybe his health's too low because he has no food at that point. So it's a bit lucky to get this 0 setup, but also it is a back diagonal. So he could have been even luckier if he got like a front diagonal. He could have been there quicker, pushed for a higher height and got a better PB off of it. But I mean, it's really still, I would say it's probably like neutral. It's a good way to 0, but also nothing crazy. But the 0 itself was crazy. Him hitting that 2+2 in such a high pressure situation. He did still have the respawn anchor, so he could have tried to do it with that 1 extra explosive had he messed up. But the four explosives is pretty insane for him to hit that. But all in all, I think this run's really cool. A lot of really cool factors with it. Now, especially at being an RSG, like, what do you guys think? Does this inspire you to try RSG? Is this something you guys would give a go to? Have you maybe done RSGs? Like, what's your best time? But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say other than this is just a wild run. Congrats, Skycrab, on the new PB, and make sure we're showing some love to Skycrab. I can't stress enough that like runners like this are what I enjoy watching. It's why I really got into MCSR to begin with. So yeah, please go show some support to Skycrab. Drop a like. I'll link the original video down below. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is for you. Thank you.